Leah, tell me about yourself. Where were you born and raised?
I was born and raised in up and down California, basically, and in Panama, and in El Paso, Texas. My parents were a military family, so we basically moved up and down to Fort from Fort. I graduated from Bakersfield High School and then went to KU and then stayed there till 2003 and then came here to Seattle because I was born in Tacoma, Washington. So wanted to see what Washington was all about.
Well, tell me about your home life. What was it like growing up for you?
Just moving a lot and went to...
With your mom and dad?
My mom and dad,
Any
yeah.
brothers, sisters?
I have two stepsisters, or half sisters, I mean, and that's it from my dad's side, or my real dad's side. But my mom got married three times, and so, but all to military men. So.
All to military men.
Yeah, and so we moved a lot. So.
Gotcha. And so you said after high school, you were in high school in Bakersfield.
Uh-huh.
And then where'd you go, you said?
KU.
KU, what's KU?
University of Kansas.
Oh, gotcha. And what were you studying there?
I started with pre-med, then I couldn't decide what I wanted to be, so I kind of dropped out. So.
Oh, gotcha.
Then I stayed there for about 10 years, managed some local bands, and managed some local female singer-songwriters. And
how did you get into that?
A friend of mine was managing a girl named Celia Shacklett, and he was too busy, and he said that he needed somebody to manage her, and he wondered if I'd do it, and so I decided to do it, and then I managed Celia, and then I managed Stephanie Hewitt, and they both got nominated for the Clammys, which is a local regional, kind of like the Grammys, but it's called the Clammys.
The Kansas City
yeah,
Grammys, right?
Yeah. And did that, and then I also produced a all female. It was the female singer-songwriters of Lawrence, Kansas. So compilation CD, and so called Curves, and yep.
Well, yeah. I mean, 10 years is a lot. That's a good, chunk of time to be in the music scene and the music industry. And
I liked it. Still want to do it. I'd like to go to I forgot Full Sail one day or soon, and do major in music production if I can, if I ever get the money to do it or whatever.
I love that.
So.
I love that. Well, so when that, the 10 year, when that ended, why did it end? And what happened?
Decided I wanted to come here and see what's up, and then.
But why Seattle or Pacific
Because Tacoma, Washington. Because I was born here, but I never knew.
Oh, gotcha.
Knew it, and then I decided to. Then I cooked for a living. I cooked here for Pike's Place Bar and Grill and High Life and Madrid 522, and I was a sous chef at Madrid 522, and I kind of just my paychecks were bouncing, and then
the paychecks that you got paid
were bouncing, so that caused a little bit of a problem, and it was just a whole mess that that just kind of ended up kind of making me homeless in a sense.
What was that? Tell me about that process. Because you're employed,
yeah,
you're
and
working,
then
the paychecks that they were giving you were bouncing.
Yeah, and then my rent was now I paid it, but then now that the bounced it's a late fee, so now I'm having to pay more.
Right.
And so it was $100 for a late fee, and then $5 every day afterwards until I paid it all, and then the checks that I sent out for bills, they bounced, and it was a whole mess. And then by the time that process was ending, then when I had to get that done and pay all my bills, then my next paycheck would bounce, and we had to go all. It was bad accounting, I guess.
Well, I'm so curious. What did your employer say?
Well, my employer had to pay for both for the late fee and everything, but it was just for some reason the accountant didn't put money into the employee's an employee account, or the account that pays for our paychecks. So I don't know.
That sounds like a mess.
Yes, it was a big mess.
And so you couldn't pay rent, and you got evicted? Did they evict you? Or?
Yeah.
And so where do you go?
Homeless.
So you didn't have know anybody here?
I did, but it was not many people. So.
Because I know I've talked to some people, and they said I slept on a couch for a little bit.
Yeah.
And you kind of do that.
Yeah.
And then eventually.
Yeah.
And what year was this about? Around
2005. No, 2006, I think.
Okay.
And then I was homeless for a while, got a job again, then became homeless again, and just for a while I was thinking I was just always picking the wrong restaurants somehow. Because it seemed like I was always getting my paychecks bounced. I don't know, a stroke of bad luck seemed to be happening to me. But that's what happened.
So you've been off and on unhoused since 2006. In a tent. And just behind us, you were set up and swept.
Yeah.
And tell me about that process.
Well, it happens. Sometimes you get lucky and it doesn't happen till for a couple months, but sometimes it will happen within 4 days, and you just try to find a place that won't get swept.
And how many times have you been swept, do you think?
Currently twice right now. So.
Because I saw you at Leary in Ballard Way.
Yeah.
For a second, and you were staying there.
Yeah.
And then you came here from there. And then that got swept, and then this just got swept.
Yeah.
And so I asked you earlier, so Leah, where are you going?
I don't know. I don't know now.
Gosh.
So.
And I asked you, they said that they offered everyone a shelter.
I'm trying to see if I can get a tiny home.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
That's what.
Yes. And what's that process like, trying to get a tiny home?
Well, sometimes they offer, if there's one available, they'll offer to you right away. But if there's not, you just give them your phone number, and which I have to go get a phone again, and they'll call you, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
And, Leah, is there anything that you'd want the people of Seattle to know?
That's about it.
No.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'm gonna grab that little mic
Okay. Oops. Yeah.
and take up.